It's the 25th of October. I'm really worried about this because, I mean, look at that. That is probably being dropped because the rest of this is pretty sturdy cardboard. So, I'm very worried. I mean, it is very heavy. So, and also, I've heard a lot of people who ordered from Zavvi, a lot of theirs are damaged because Zavvi just sent it in a jiffy bag. So, yeah, I got mine from HMV. Oh, thank Christ. Okay, I've got some hope. The actual inner box is fine. Thank God. Thank God they put a bit of padding. Because this is sold out at HMV, if I remember rightly, and it's sold out in most places. So yeah, this should be my Nightmare on Elm Street 4K Steelbook collection. So far, so good. God, this is awkward. Right. But yeah, basically, from what I've been hearing, Zavvi are just sending it in this with a jiffy bag, which, you know, might seem fine, but this thing, the amount this thing weighs is just incredible. It is very, very heavy. Because obviously you've got 7 individual steelbooks, and the outside is also a steelbook, kind of. It's a lot of metal, basically, and this is reflecting quite a bit on that. So let's take off the cellophane.
I couldn't find cellophane on your list.
That's because I didn't ask you. So yeah, again, this is £200. There is a standard edition available for £100. So basically you're paying double, essentially, for the steelbooks. So yeah. I do know in the US, a lot of people's orders have been delayed because of manufacturing issues. So yeah, there is a difference between the UK Steelbook and the US Steelbook. The US one comes with a digital code. The UK one doesn't, but you do get the Blu-ray discs included. So yeah, personally, out of the two, I'd rather have the Blu-ray discs as an extra. The special features are the same across the board though, across both of these versions, and that I'm hoping that is in focus, because honestly I cannot tell. But yeah, this is a really nice steelbook. And that, let's take, how is this attached? Because I want to keep this bit, because I've seen a lot of people actually rip off this bit of cardboard. I don't want to rip it off because it's, you know, part of the thing. I thought it would just slide off, but it's stuck to the base. How am I going to slide this off? That is a good question, because it is really stuck to the base here, and I was hoping it would just slide off. Slide upwards, because be a slip cover. Oh, there we go. There we go. Remove that. So now we can have a look at Freddy's jumper, and it is embossed as well in these little bits here, and the bits around his neck. Not a lot going on the bottom, and obviously on the top it just says Nightmare on Elm Street 7 film collection. Obviously this is missing the remake and that, which I'm not as bothered about. slightly annoying. It is missing Freddy vs. Jason, and that's because of rights, basically. It's also why it's missing the remake. But also, crucially, this box set is missing the bonus DVD that was in the previous DVD collection, and also the previous Blu-ray collection. If you do want it, that bonus disc, if you don't already have it, you know, just buy a DVD version of the collection pretty cheaply. And that, yeah, here's the Steelbook for the first film, which yeah, this is the only one that is being released individually before this came out last year on its own, because I have it and did an unboxing of it. Oh, and in here it's got my number. I was wondering where that was. So this is out of 15,000. And there's my number, which is 12,608. Okay. There's a slight level of damage just there to it. But anyway, you can see here we get 4K disc. Alright, and also the Blu-ray disc, which is just recycled from the previous collection, which is at least a decade old now, if not more. But there we go, there's the artwork and that on the inside. I think all of these and that also have Dolby Vision on that as well, but yeah, the artwork generally just uses the original poster artwork of the original. So yeah, that one is exactly the same as basically its previous release. But now we're getting to the new stuff. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, or Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. Again, quite nice. We have the 4K disc. Again, I will plonk to one side, and God, this Blu-ray disc doesn't want to come out. But yeah, this is immediately, you can tell it's using the old Blu-ray discs, because this has Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and 3 on there. Whereas obviously the 4K disc just has 2 on there. So yeah, that's the inside and that of that one. So yeah, you can see, because I think the Blu-ray collection is it 5 discs or 6 discs? I can't remember, because that's also including a bonus DVD and that as well. They're also numbered and that along the spine and that as well, so you know what film is what. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, which I think is my favourite. I think Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is my second favourite, actually. Yeah, the more times I've watched it and that, the more times it actually goes up in my ranking. So this one, you just get the one disc, because obviously the previous one had the film and that on there on Blu-ray. So there we go. So this disc will basically be exactly the same. This Steelbook with its disc in will be exactly the same as the US version. Then we've got Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. .4K disc there. And just like before, this one has 4 and 5 and that on that Blu-ray disc. And there we go, there's the artwork on the inside. "99 Elm Street 5, The Dream Child." This one, I don't know which one's weaker, to be honest, 5 or 6, to be honest, because the reason I say that is because at least 6 has that so bad it's good type of factor to it. But yeah, this is where it started to decline in several ways. Also, Robert Englund's makeup declined in this film as well, so yeah. That's where it really started to decline, and then we got Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. .4K disc. And the Blu-ray disc, which also has Wes Craven's New Nightmare on there. And 3D glasses. You get one pair, and that thankfully they are just the standard like red and blue, so you can't easily buy them. But yeah, it's weird that we went away from these, and now with 4K Blu-ray, obviously if you want to see it in 4K and 3D, that's the only way they can do it. Though personally, I will not be watching the 4K. I will not be watching the 3D version. I'll be watching the 2D version. And then, finally, we have Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Which, just because I've got the one disc in there, which is the last disc. The special features are on the 4K discs as well. I think I mentioned that, but yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's it. So obviously, if you weren't a die-hard collector, there is no reason to buy this version of the 4K collection. If you wanted it in 4K and that and weren't bothered about anything else, just get the standard edition. And you know, if you haven't seen the films, chance the Blu-ray transfers are still pretty good, and you can get that Blu-ray box set normally for like £20 or less a lot of the time. But yeah, that's the 4K Steelbook collection. Thank God mine arrived alright, so yeah, especially considering how much this is. And I do like that, you know, it's got foam in there to protect all the Steelbooks and that, but yeah, I'm going to have to find somewhere to put this because it's very large but also very, very heavy. But yeah, happy days.